How's it going, YouTube? This is Weston and Weston's Toys and Collectibles, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Commander class Optimus Prime, the Armada Optimus Prime representation in this series, and this is probably going to be Toy of the Year for 2023. It's a fantastic figure. Starting off in his truck mode, we can see the iconic Armada Optimus Prime vehicle mode. Very nicely detailed all around and very faithful to the original representation of Armada Optimus Prime. Do have a little bit of gappage back here, and then you can see the fists in here on the vehicle mode, but other than that, and then it's a little bit unsightly in here too, but other than that, very, very close representation to what he actually looked like. He does come with his trailer, and it's got these two pieces that come down to let it stand freely, and then you can just fold those back up, and a big post here will just drop into this slot here, and it doesn't go tight, it's just a loose connection, which is really what you want for a trailer. It rolls nicely though, very loud on this surface. And he comes with his rifle. It's just molded in black plastic. It can accept the blast effect pieces, and also the smokestacks can accept the blast effect pieces as well. And I want to say these two here, no, they're too small, but these here can actually accept the blast effect pieces as well. A few different ways you can store this. I mostly just store it here on top of the trailer, but you can put it in here. It's just a bit of a tight fit, and it kind of pushes things apart. So there he is in his full convoy mode. Now we're gonna go ahead and just set the trailer to the side so we can take a look at the base robot itself. So the smokestacks do come off, and then they can also be attached to the rifle. You don't have to take them off though, you can just leave them on. They don't combine into a single little handgun like the original did. It's kind of a bummer. It would have been cool if they'd done that too, but once again, he rolls nicely just on his own. This set of wheels here doesn't like to tab in for me. The other one tabs in just fine. If I split these apart slightly, I can sometimes get it to stay in, but yeah, this one just doesn't like to stay in very well. This piece here can come off, the Autobot badge here, so that can come off. I'm sure that's going to be for a future Jetfire release, if we get that, hopefully in the future. Looking at the details, so you got really nice silver paint details here on the front. It would have been nice if they'd picked these out in like yellow or gold or something. I have a bit of a paint blemish here. It was like that out of the box. But the silver paint's nice. The wheels are all pinned on, so they roll nicely with silver paint on the inside of that. The guns here are painted silver. Got gold paint here. Gold paint for these fists. Gold paint and white paint and red paint on this piece. And then the nice silver kind of bow design here on the front. Clear windshield. I wouldn't have minded if they had just done like a solid color piece for this, because if you look in here, it does seem like these screw holes in here are cracking a little bit, which is a bummer, but it comes with the territory of just using clear plastic for parts like this. That said, I don't think this piece does too much in the way of carrying anything other than, no, actually it's just added on. There's actually a framework in here of just a regular red plastic, and then this is just a piece that's stuck in here, because this is red plastic here, and it's just this piece around here that's clear. So they did that the smart way, I guess. Though inside there are some small cracks starting to form. The nice blue plastic they used here, and then kind of this weird silvery gray plastic. I haven't noticed any yellowing yet, but it's kind of the same kind of plastic that's yellowed in the past. Transformation. So to transform this into its robot form, we're going to first go ahead and come to the front and pull these pieces to the side. They're just on friction, so they will pop off sometimes, but they'll just slide over to the side like that. And then you can bring this front unit down, and there's a square slot here. It's going to tab over these two tabs. You kind of want to squeeze them together so that they go into there, and then it holds it all together. You can bring these arms up, and then bring this shoulder section down on a double hinge, just like on the original toy. And then just fold the arms forward on the double elbow. These screw holes are kind of unsightly. We'll get back into more detail later. You want to rotate these wheel sections all the way around so they're facing downward like that. And then open up these panels to flip out the toes. Close the panels back up. Open these side panels, and then you want to pull out this back panel. And that will free up the legs. And then just separate the legs, and just like that, there he is in his robot mode. You can push this panel up here on the back. You can just either leave it slid down, or you can slide it up to compact it a bit. But there he is in his robot mode, and he is really nice. He looks good. He looks very faithful to the original representation in the cartoon. He has the yellow eyes. Yellow crest here, red on the mouth plate, or silver on the mouth plate, sorry. Silver on the chest coming through again, with some new details here revealed, and some gold in there as well. Gold on the arms, some black stripes here, and then some silver details revealed on the legs. For quick size comparisons, here he is with Hotshot, and here he is with Starscream. So you can see he's just, roughly the same size as Voyager's, a little bit bigger than Starscream here, quite a bit bigger than Hotshot. And then we're going to go ahead and bring in the Leader Class Megatron. Get a size scale, sense of scale there with the Leader Class Megatron, his arch nemesis. You see he comes up to, mid-chest on Megatron. Articulation-wise, this guy's very well articulated. So the head's on a ball joint, so it can rotate all the way. Side to side a little bit. You can look up a little bit and look down a little bit. So rotation on the shoulder, and then it comes up right there. Double jointed elbows for really good range, and rotation on the wrists. He doesn't have a waist swivel, but he does have an ab crunch that clicks forward one. And then you can get these hip skirts out, or the side skirts and the back skirts out of the way to get, almost a full range here. Just due to the way these are, they don't let them get all the way up. And then back and forward, you get full range. They are ratcheted forward and back, and it's just friction out to the side. Rotation at the thigh, and a nice ratcheted knee bend that will bend both ways, just for the super mode gimmick, because that's going to become his elbow. Ankles rock out all the way, and then you get a little bit, you get toe tilt forward, and it goes down as well, but no other real usable movement out of the feet. One more feature that this figure has on its own is you can open up the chest and reveal the Matrix of Leadership. This is removable, and it's just gold. It's just clear plastic painted gold, nicely sculpted in the middle. Yeah, just plug that back in. Close that back up. Unfortunately, he can't hold it in his hands. It's in his chest. Set him off to the side so we can bring the trailer in. Once again, we have his rifle, and he can actually hold his rifle in his robot mode too. So we'll just give him his rifle for now. So the trailer, it transforms into a battle station. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull this up first and flip it around just to get that out of the way. And next we are going to pull this section down, just like so, and leave it like that, and flip these panels out. Then grab this, and you can pull these panels out first if you want, but you're going to end up tucking them back in anyway. So I'm going to pull these legs out just enough that we can get this panel to come down like so, and then you flip these up and over. These pieces here, they'll become supports for the base mode. This piece will come off. It's not the most tight connection, but we'll just pull it out for now, and I'll fold it in half like that. It is separate in the box, so when you get this and you open it up, the legs are actually, transformed kind of like this, and they're together. You just have to pull this out when you get it, and then put that in the middle if you go straight to vehicle mode. Anyway, you're going to spread the legs out the rest of the way, and then we can flip it over like so. This skirt panel here, pop into there, and then you can pull this up, and we're going to remount this. And I like to leave it kind of like this, pull these panels out as well, because that's one configuration. This kind of leaves these guns out as well. You can pull this up, and it's got like the targeting reticle that we saw in the original trailer from the Armada Optimus Prime. But there's that. You can stand back here and kind of man that gun there. It's not the greatest, but it's an effort. And really, with it being the way it transforms, I'm alright with this. Where the other one would like fold out and it had the whole platform and stuff up here, it just, you can't really replicate that here with the all-inclusive and articulated pants system for this Optimus Prime. So going from this mode to the next mode, I'm going to go ahead and flip this panel all the way back, and then bring these blocks down and push this into the center there. Once again, pull that panel on the side all the way back, and then bring this down and push that into the center, and go ahead and pull these toes out, and go ahead and just bring the legs down, and then bring these panels here on the sides down. Next thing we're going to do is bring this gun emplacement down, and I'm going to go ahead and fold that out for now, because we're going to take this skirt piece, pull this up, make sure these skirt pieces up, and then rotate this around until you hear it pop, click into place. And we can push this down. It was like this. We can push that in like that. And then we're going to rotate 180 degrees here, so these are both facing the same direction. And we can go ahead and bring these panels, the skirt panels, down. Back here though, we're going to go ahead and bring this down, and this will fold back up and clip into place, and that just kind of becomes his butt flap. And bring this up a little bit, and we're going to have to raise our camera because this is a big boy. So, alright, then we're going to bring this panel, this red panel, out all the way. So, set that off to the side, and we can get Optimus Prime ready. Take his gun, set that off to the side. And then I like to rotate his wrists, like so. And then we're going to bring his arms back like this, and actually just fold his arms up like that. Get him out of the way. And then bring these shoulder pieces up, back to their vehicle form configuration. Bring his chest up, and it just stays like that. And then gonna bring his legs forward. Bring this plate down. Also, it has some molded in Minicon insignias here. Right there, both sides. It's kind of a bummer this guy doesn't have any Minicon ports, but we're gonna close that up, and you can see it forms this. Forms the shoulder sections. Then we're gonna split those right there. Rotate so the wheels are facing out here. Then we're gonna open this panel back up, flip the toe in, flip the fist out, close this panel back up, and we're gonna come back around to the back and flip the toe in like that. So same thing on the other side. Open this panel, flip this toe in, flip the fist out, close this panel, and then flip the toe around to fill the gap. At this point, we can go ahead and bring these arms up, and you want to bring them up at an angle so that you can tuck the elbow into the panel here, and then just tab the arm into the back of this plate here, this tab here, or this slot here, this tab here. And once again, you'll bring the arm down, tab it in, or place it in there, and then tab it in right there. Sorry about that, got a phone call. Anyway, from here we're going to go ahead and take these panels and flip these in. I know a lot of people forget to do this step, but it cleans up this side profile here. Excuse me. Then we're going to bring his arms down, and those are really nice ratcheted joints. So bring his arms down, and then we're going to come back here and pull out the super mode head, and it will clip into place between these two shoulder pieces. And we're going to go ahead and leave the pipes folded in for now, because what we're going to do here is bring this in, and this chest piece here is going to go into this section here, and then this will tab into his shoulders. So I'm just going to slide that in there like that, and tab that into his shoulders. and that'll secure that for the most part. And then we have these two pieces here on the side. So what I'm going to do actually is bring his arms out just so I can get some space. And what I like to do is bring these panels up, push this in like so, and then when it comes down, it clicks into place. And you kind of have to wiggle it a bit to get the buttons to pop back out. But once they're both out, you can push this back into its location to fill out his abdominal region, and bring out those. And there is Optimus Prime in his super mode. You give him his rifle, and he looks fantastic. He really does. Like I said, this is definitely a candidate for Toy of the Year. Just such a fantastic figure. Very well done on Hasbro's part here. Very faithful to the original representation of Optimus Prime in the Armada cartoon. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at his articulation real quick. So rotation on a ball joint, so you get good side to side, and his articulation in this mode is actually better for the head articulation. These obviously move in and out. Can bring up his shoulder here, rotate it full 360 degrees here. Arm goes out to the side all the way, so all the way up you can get that, obviously, just due to the way he transforms. Just 90 degrees at the elbow, just due to it being the backwards knee joint. And then the wrist will rotate, and then the fingers open and close on a base pin. And then this shoulder is more clicky than this one. There's a few joints that are kind of like that. Like this is a more stiff elbow than this one. So there's a few inconsistencies in the ratcheting. Bringing his arms out though, we can pull these panels up and this up. And he can kick back this far before things get in the way. If we open this up and bring this all the way up, you can get it all the way back to there. And then forward, he can kick all the way out. Obviously, due to the way the super mode or the base mode works, you can get a full split out of him. And he does have a thigh swivel, very tight friction joint. The knee joints, very, very satisfying clicks out of the knee joints, and very stiff ratchets. These are ratchet joints I would have expected on like an Energon or Armada figure, so very nicely done there. And then on the ankles, you just get, fully, full tilt out like that. With this block that kind of fills it in. Toe can go up for transformation, but, you don't get any useful articulation out of that. Few gimmicks and features in this mode. I already showed that the badge can come off. These can come down to kind of replicate the guns he had on his shins in the original cartoon. You get a lot of nice detailing here that comes through. I do wish you could use this as a handheld weapon, but it doesn't work that way. And then this is a major feature in this figure. I know that the original Overload figure can actually combine with this clip system. I don't know if we're getting a new Overload. There has been, word that we would, but it's going to be more further on down the line. But I'm not sure if we're actually going to. Same with Jetfire. If we do get Jetfire and Overload, I'd be ecstatic. It'd be fantastic to have all three of these, and have them all be able to combine. But I know this does combine with the original Overload. It's kind of, but it's there. Another feature is you can take these wrist guns off, and they plug onto the sides of this gun, so you can have that going on. But I just prefer to leave them back here. I mean, if you want, also you could theoretically just like stick them up here also, just for a bit of a different look. I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe you can just stick them on the sides of his legs. Just anywhere where there's a 5mm port, you can kind of stick these. But I just leave them back there. And he's not the cleanest from the back, but considering what they're working with, this is really nicely done. It's probably about as clean as they could get it with this figure. Size comparisons, once again, we're going to go ahead and bring in Hotshot. And we're going to bring in Starscream. And once again, we will bring in our arch nemesis, Megatron, who's absolutely dwarfed in this mode. I do know we have Tidal Wave coming out next year. He is definitely on the horizon. From what I understand, parts of it will attach to Megatron, but not the whole thing. Because I think they're planning on releasing that as a Titan class figure. Which I get, but at the same time, I think we need to also be sure that we're able to bring in the original features and stuff that was showcased in the show. So making sure that he actually can combine with Megatron is definitely a must. And hopefully he can make Megatron on par with the sheer size of Optimus here. Be cool if we could get some like foot extensions. And I know like this will extend, and then you bring the gun around to the front. I'm sure there's going to be a piece that clips onto that. So hopefully when we get that Tidal Wave figure, it can make this guy huge and just really cool. So anyway, this has been my look at the Transformers Armada Optimus Prime Commander class figure from the Legacy Evolution line. Very fantastic figure. He's definitely worth the $85 price tag. Very chunky, very hefty figure. He very weighty. So he is very nice, and he's imposable. He's no longer a brick, guys. So I definitely recommend this figure, and like I said, I think that he is a strong contender for Figure of the Year. So this has been my review of the Transformers Legacy Commander Class Armada Optimus Prime, and until next time, till all are one.